Hello, hello, hello. It is time for Mahala Monday. Thank you very much for joining us, everybody. Wonderful to have you along. As always, I am not alone. She's here.
Definitely not.
Definitely
I'm jumping
not.
before you even get there.
Yes, jump in. The jumper is here. She's bungeed all over the place. You bungee jumped, right?
I'm funny. No, I haven't.
She has never bungee jumped, only today. Rhoda, everybody.
Hello, Nickay. How are you?
I'm good, how are you?
I'm good. It's Monday today, and I'm feeling on top of the world. It was a crazy Monday, but I'm here.
Somehow you just want to hear what the crazy Monday was, right? But we're going to leave it there. We're going to leave it there.
Leave it at that.
But yeah, but it is wonderful to have you along with us this evening. I tell you what, we are super excited because we've got a fascinating show for you coming tonight. But also it is going to be brilliant because it is just, there's a different energy all of a sudden in the studio because you know, it's like artistic, it is
Exactly.
with great talent and all of that. But I don't want to spoil anything. We're going to do that very shortly. But before we continue, remember this is very much an interactive show. So we look forward to your questions, your comments that you have. If you have a question for Rhoda, please ask her. She's dying to answer you. But also, please do us this honor. Please, right now, if you haven't done so, subscribe. Right now. Thank you to the two people who've just done it. Oh, thank you to that one as well. But please subscribe right now. You will do us a massive favor and honor it would be for us. If you can do, and please like and share. But please do subscribe for us. So let's get on to the show for tonight. Exciting times.
Very exciting times. And obviously something we both love very much is music.
Aha.
Because music, you know what? It's just good for the soul.
Yes.
Definitely.
Can you sing?
Most definitely.
Oh, okay.
Yes. I won't argue with
Okay,
you.
let's.
I do.
Are you gonna do a little?
No, I won't. Unless I guess and I'll join in with our guess, I'll be the backup artist, the backup singer.
I just thought you were gonna sing, but okay. Luckily for you, Rhoda, like you said, yes, we both enjoy music. It is a musical guest that we have.
It is.
Maybe guest will need a backup singer.
Yes. You tried.
We'll put Rhoda through her paces, but let's get straight into it. And I tell you what, this is absolutely a wonderful honor and privilege for us to have our latest guest here on Mahala Monday, because this performer has been putting and setting the stages alight far and wide. And of course, have released several tracks, which is available for you right now, and is taking the music industry by storm. But not only that, it's a wonderful person. And I tell you what a beautiful soul. And joining us right now on Mahala Monday, the one, the only, Jade Garisch is here, everybody. Jade, hello.
Hi, thank you. Thank you for having me.
It's wonderful to have you, and you look fantastic, Jade. Wearing Jade, it's all happening. It is good to have you.
Thank you. It's great to be here.
Yeah.
I'm glad.
First things first, tell us about you.
Yes,
Tell us about where you from before we get to the music.
I'm from a small town called East London in the Eastern Cape. Born and raised there. My family's from there. And when I was 18, I decided I wanted to leave. I think that happens a lot when you're from a small town. You kind of get ambitious and you want to see the world. And I actually was privileged enough to get a scholarship to go to America. And so I studied there and worked there for a bit and did music, but also got a master's degree in computer science.
And that's what you studied in the States?
Yes. So, but then during COVID, I ended up coming back and kind of I always was brought back to music. So that's kind of like my fated thing that I haven't, I feel that it's what I've been put on this earth to do because it always comes back to me, So, yeah.
Well, it's good it came back to you, and it's wonderful that you're at least sharing that with the planet as it would be.
Yeah.
But now you live in Cape Town.
I live in Cape Town and I love it. Yeah.
Yeah. Good place to be.
The best place to be.
For
She's
sure.
saying that because of music.
Because of the music.
And because and Rhoda lives here.
You know what I'm saying? The best place on the earth.
Exactly.
It's a quick one. So, just for our people who are watching there, obviously there's girls and boys watching right now. Where did that all start, age-wise? Was it something you just woke up one day when you were older, or you actually grew up as a singer?
I've always done singing. So when it's actually such a dear story. So when I was about 5, I went to piano lessons with this lady called Auntie Nan. She was in her 90s, and she taught, my mom's a twin, so my mom used to play piano. Well, she still plays piano, but she used to play piano very well. And then her identical twin would sing, and I have these photos of them, performing together. It's so beautiful. And then I went to piano lessons with Auntie Nan, and I would actually always make up music and sing to my piano pieces. So I guess I've kind of been writing for a while, even though I told you it's a bit of a recent thing. I always have been doing it in some way, shape or form.
Okay.
So now all of a sudden you studied, you've worked a little bit in the States, and you say you came back, and somehow music, you just always find yourself in this music sort of thing.
Yeah.
And this is now actually creating music, writing songs.
Creating music,
doing that, and it just happens randomly.
Well, I think deep down, it's in my heart. It's something that I've always wanted to do. So even when I'm not sure, I kind of put it out to the universe, and then these people, someone will say, "Oh, we have this show coming up. Don't you want to do 1 or 2 things, 1 or 2 open mics?" And I always do say yes, and that's always kind of led to some sort of other opportunity, So an open mic turns into a full show. And then a friend suggests, "Oh, you should really try write something like this." I've been lucky enough to have people around me who've just been wonderful and have always supported me or invited me to spaces. So that's been really, I feel really, really privileged.
Beautiful.
And it's, it is fascinating for you to say that I like the fact that you say, you just don't say no, you're implying that.
Yeah.
That you would just say yes, the one opportunity leads to another opportunity.
Yeah.
And it's a road unbeknownst, because you kind of find yourself into it, but there's a yearning to sort of find out where it leads to.
Exactly. If it doesn't feel aligned, I won't say yes.
Yeah.
But obviously, if it's an opportunity for me to perform music that I love, I am going to say yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I've had those opportunities, and even when it hasn't been the best conditions, you don't, maybe the sound's not great, or you're not earning a huge ton, it leads to something
100%.
more, and it's experience, and
All
so
those things.
I'm always grateful for that and for the opportunity to perform.
And I like the fact that you said, sorry, Rhoda, I like the fact that you said there's, you're surrounded by wonderful people who support you and all of that. We're going to get back to that because we've got some comments.
That's right, we got some on-air comments.
Let's check in with the comments. Thank you for sending this through. Mark Sauls has sent an emoji.
He sent an emoji with a sad little face.
Is that in awe?
I think he's in awe. He's in awe.
There
It's
awe is back
happy
with the...
and
Was that
tearing.
happy?
And
teary.
he's got teary at the end of the day.
He's teary and happy, but he's jaded here. He's like green here. All right.
We'll come back to that.
We'll come back to the emoji. Thanks, Mark, for that. But if you've got a comment, Jade Garisch is with us. You got to send it through to people you surround. You know what? This is it's fascinating to hear you say this. Jack Ma, for instance, is also very famous for living by that adage where you surround yourself with people who are almost better than you, and remind yourself with the top available talent when you part of a project or a process or an organization to get the best possible thing. And so it's fascinating to hear you as an artist saying, surround yourself with good people.
Wow.
It's so important for art because there are a lot of naysayers and people who won't understand you. They'll say, "Why are you doing this?" And you don't want to be around those people. You want to be around people who
Feeds
love
the soul.
Yeah, who feeds your soul, but also appreciate who you are as a person and your talents, and really enjoy that without, they love Jade singing without me having sung at festival or whatever. They just love me singing for who I am, and they love what I bring to the stage. And those are the kind of people that really have uplifted me. So I think to all artists, having those people is really, really important. And I think if you're passionate and you're good at what you do, you will find people like that. So
do you find it, because I've spoken to many artists, and I'm only saying that, and when we touch on this topic, which is a very serious one, when we have the naysayers, they normally like, you know, the people, the normal people, people
Yeah.
who's around you all the time. You almost got to go find these other people to build bridges
Yeah,
with.
your friends are not your fans. Your family is not your fans. Not all of my family.
Yeah.
Some of my family
Yeah.
and my friends are really
No,
great
but-
now.
yes.
But like, not most people from your high school are going to be like, oh, they want to be a singer. That's strange, you know,
Yeah.
especially
Yeah.
from high school in East London, because we don't really see people from our town, you know, doing that. So
Yeah.
there's not that many opportunities. But once you go to a space and you see these opportunities and you're with people who are doing it, it makes such a difference. You know, you need to be able to see where you can go and know
And
that
having
it's
said
possible.
all of that, now you're a recording artist. Did you, a little 5-year-old going to Auntie Nan's piano lessons, did she see herself as being a recording artist?
Ooh, if I can remember what little 5-year-old Jade always wanted to sing. Even when I went to my grade 1, we had an interview to go to grade 1, and my old principal always tells me the story that she asked me a question, and I said, "Can I sing instead?" So it was
Best answer ever.
it's always been something that I'm just like, it's just what I do. But yeah, it's always been a part of me. So.
Sweet.
Yeah, brilliant. Brilliant.
And it's been a very busy year for you, obviously. I mean,
Yeah.
some big things that happened for you this year. So anything that you want to highlight, to tell us about?
Yes, so the festival performance, that was a really big deal for me. I've never performed at a festival
it's
that big. And the fact that it was on Women's Day and we were the only act that was just women, which was really
wow.
nice. So I had a DJ, Liel, she was amazing. And then I had a fire dancer who handed me fire while I was
Wow.
singing.
Wow.
And I think that's a really powerful like symbol, 3 women on stage. So that was something I wanted to bring. And yeah, it just felt really good because it was something I've wanted to do, and being given that opportunity was really great. And yeah, I hope to do more festivals like that soon.
Yeah, no, that's
I see.
fantastic.
There's
And
a
then
picture of
it's a huge event, of course, because there's a wonderful acts all around, and there's a wonderful picture of you. And there's the DJ at the back.
Yes.
Cute.
Yeah, it's a wonderful picture. What is it like having people in the audience singing along to your songs?
Oh, that's the best. It's so exciting. It feels, you know, sometimes if it's like a quiet coffee shop and you're just singing and people are, you know, drinking coffee, it can feel, you know, you have to be in your own world and do your job, and that can feel a little bit isolating. But to have people actually join in and be a part of the performance, that's so exciting. And my fire dancer, she's amazing. She actually went into the audience and was interacting with people. I was a bit limited because of the feedback of the mic. So
Yes.
I couldn't move as
Yeah.
much as I wanted to because there was just bad feedback. So that even happens at big festivals. But it was really nice for people to kind of be involved. It feels amazing. So, yeah.
No, it sounds fantastic. That is really brilliant. But of course, we're talking about your songs, and we've got to hear one, don't we?
Yeah, but before we go there, because there was one thing you missed out here, which is very big for me. So one of our bigger groups, which is Mi Casa, right? So
yes.
They were
I
at
was
festival.
there. They were also there.
That was amazing. So I stayed and I watched their performance. Was obviously the final finale. There were DJs after them actually, but they're brilliant. So just to experience that, and also to have said that I opened for artists of such caliber it was so exciting. So
That's big.
Brilliant.
That's big.
Yeah.
That's brilliant. So you put your music out there. Of course, this has been a very busy year for you because a couple of songs you've released this year.
Yes.
I'm not going to ask you to choose one, but quickly, if you could give us a synopsis of what the song is all about, the music's about.
Yes, so the genre that I love right now is liquid drum and bass. The drum and bass is kind of fast-paced and it has obviously drums and bass.
Yeah.
But then the liquid part is more synthesizers, kind of flowy music. And it just, to me, having that that with a really beautiful melodic vocal, just it opens up so much storytelling and space for me. So my 3 songs are in that genre that I released this year. Pale Moon's kind of a breakup, but looking at it with happiness and nostalgia kind of song. Persephone is basically the story of the Greek goddess Persephone, and basically she had a lot of challenges and rose up, and kind of relating my story to that. And then the other one, Blood Moon, is just kind of a more mythological kind of what happens during the blood moon, because there's a lot of mythology and stuff to, you know, blood moons throughout history. I've always had this kind of magic, kind of strange feeling.
Oh, wow.
So Pale Moon, I mean, just alone, you know, this is a big hit because thousands and thousands of views on YouTube already.
Yes, yeah. So I put that on, and I think I had about not even 100 subscribers, and my subscribers went to like 500 or something so quickly. So that was really, really nice.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Sure. Because now nearly like over 50,000 views.
Yeah.
Talking thousands now, tens of thousands.
Yeah.
That is absolutely fantastic. And of course, we've got Persephone. Is that what we're going to be listening to?
I think
we're
so.
gonna be listening
Yes,
to.
Persephone.
Yeah.
I think so.
And you like this one?
I like this
You
one
like
a
all of
lot. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, so there it is.
Love me with no tools, no ammunition. Run so fast when I speak of ambition. Put me
I like that.
Hates being
And
alone.
you're talking about that face, that beat. Oh, wow. I love
Yes,
it.
yes. So
Oh.
it's nice because you can kind of bring it to a more kind of festival environment. And if you think about this electronic music, you can always bring it down and slow it down with a band, which,
Oh,
you know, if you do
yeah.
want to kind of perform more, you know, jazz at like a Cape Town place that, you know, there's a lot of venues that they want that, you can always do that, but to have that kind of mix is really fun.
It is.
And
It
it's
does.
really fun to create.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And how does the creating process work? So firstly, let me just compliment you. That is
Oh, yeah. Thank
wonderful.
you.
That is
I
really
love it.
wonderful.
I love it.
Yeah,
Thank you.
that is absolutely fantastic. We can definitely see what the hype is about, and like wow, which is it is great. Talk to us about this creating process. How does it work for you? Do you have a melody first? Do the lyrics come first?
So it actually depends. It depends whether I'm doing something by myself or whether I'm collaborating. And sometimes I'll just think of words, like I'll randomly be driving and they'll pop into my head and I'll be like, that's really catchy for a hook. And then I'll try to figure out the melody. And then sometimes I just record, like I'll just be like, ba 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 or something on my phone.
Yeah.
And then I need to fit words there because I'm like, that really works as a hook. So, I normally try and start with the hook and then go into, you know, the...
Oh, wow.
I start at the end of the song where we're leading to, and then I know where I'm going to. Or I start at the heightened emotional part. But other than that, sometimes it's melody, sometimes it's words.
And are they always popping? Are you all constantly creating? Do you create an environment for yourself where you're like, okay, today I want to think, like I want to do this?
Yeah.
Or are you one of the lucky people that
I do.
that it's just flowing?
It does flow a lot. Like I do think of a lot of ideas and I have a million voice notes on my phone and stuff. But I do think it's actually better to create a space for yourself and be disciplined. Because then, you know, if you're always just starting all these things and they're just flowing and you don't give yourself the space to finish it, it's also not nice and it can be quite overwhelming. So I do believe in creating that space. But I do get inspired a lot by things. by life.
By life.
Yeah.
And 2026, that's pretty much around the corner.
Yes.
The success that you've enjoyed so far, of course, people must be looking forward to quite a bit coming for the next while.
Yeah, I'm feeling the pressure. People are saying, when's your EP? When's your album? But I am...
Not happening.
Yeah, no, I'm going to do in February. I'm working on my EP now and I'm planning to have it done very soon. But I will release it only in February because I don't want to release it in December, you know, when everyone's... You know, everyone's winding down. It's only a specific type of song that really comes out in December. And I would like more time to prepare and make sure it's what I want it to be. There's a lot of pressure to kind of release when you're an independent artist because it helps the algorithm, it does this, it does that. But at the same time, I'd rather take my time and be happy.
That kind of discipline,
Exactly.
Jade, sorry, is that a discipline by you, or are you just watching the pathways of other performers and go, okay, well, I've got to be sure? Because all the performers will say, I want to be sure. But I mean, looking at you saying that, like, that is like, okay, yeah, she's not taking any prisoners here. She's doing it on her terms. Just the way you're saying that.
Yeah, I think, you know...
A lot of other independent artists, is the pressure that real?
There is, so a lot of these releasing companies tell you that the biggest way to get added to playlists and this and that is to be constantly releasing music. You should release every month or every, you know, as often as you can. But I think that is a good practice, as in you can write fast and stuff. But, you know, for me, I want to do something in my time that feels right.
Yeah.
And I want to make the calls because in the end, like I'm the artist, not Spotify.
100%. And
yeah.
also, it is very important. The reason I'm asking you is because the way music industry operates at this minute is very different from years ago. Because the studio would release an album, it were like 10, 12 songs
exactly.
or whatever would be on there. And then 2 years later, that artist, you know, will bring out another album.
Another album.
You
as
know,
such.
you know what I mean? And there was, once again, like several X amount of songs on it.
Yeah.
And it's very different today. You know, it's like one now, 2-3 months later, maybe there's
then the
another
album
one.
comes.
Or
Yeah.
then there's like one that week or next week. You know, it's a different way of doing, and it's almost better this way. And this is for very...
I was going to say,
and this is an ignorant comment from my side, because it's almost like I feel that every song, that creation, that special creation, gets his time in the sun.
Yes,
I was gonna
yes,
say.
exactly. I don't think it's a bad thing. It's just, you know, sometimes I guess you don't get as much of people listening to albums from start to finish. But yeah, I think it is. I don't know if it's better or worse, to be honest.
It's
It's just
kind of
different.
real, isn't
It's
it?
just different. Yeah.
I do believe we got the on-air comment there.
All right, so we got some comments there. Thanks, keep them coming though. There we go. Marcus added again with the emoji. This time he's gone with the invisible emoji.
Invisible emoji.
And,
I think there's some technical issues there.
Hubert as well, but we will
We'll
get
come
them
back
going.
to that
But
once again.
yeah, but keep them coming though. So 2026, so February, right about February, not to put any pressure, right about that time, some big stuff. Any other things that you are working on currently?
Yes, I'm working on a dance album with an artist in Belito, Lieben. He's amazing.
Wow.
And he does kind of speed garage, UK speed garage kind of music, which works really well with the kind of vocals that I enjoy doing. So we're collaborating. We've been wanting to collaborate for about 2 years, so we're doing that. So maybe that will come out by the end of the year. But I also want to make sure, I've done my vocals, but I just want to make sure the mix is right.
Yeah.
And
how
he
long? Yeah, and apart from as an artist, you want to be quite happy with it. I mean, a song could be created in a moment like that.
Yeah.
It could take 2 days.
Yeah.
It could take a week.
Yeah.
How long does it take on average?
It really depends.
Yeah.
Some songs come out so quickly, and some are like you can work on them and then be like, I don't want to see the song again, and then a year later you bring it back and
Oh,
it suddenly
wow.
clicks and everything works. So I think it really depends. Like any piece of art, I'd say a
love the way
painting,
you
you could
say
also,
that.
quickly do something, or it could take ages.
I love the way you say that it's an art. I love it. Definitely it is an art.
It is an art. It is an art. So if people want to get your songs, and how do they go about it? Do they go to your website?
They can go to my website, which is www.jadegarisch.com, or they can go to Spotify, they can go to Apple Music, they can go to iTunes Music, they can go to my social media accounts, TikTok, Instagram, YouTube.
Yeah.
It's all available there.
Oh,
Okay,
lovely,
good.
lovely.
And any performances, all those performances and everything, all the news, everything about you, they'll find on
Yes.
your website?
Yes. I'm doing a few other gigs that are jazzier gigs, but that's not my music. So in November, December, I'm very busy with that. And then I'm also going to fit in my own gigs, so that'll all be there. Actually, that's a good plan for me to update that all tonight. But it'll all be there. Yeah.
And that's you there.
That is me.
Yes, I can see you now. There we go. So there all the details, of course. You can find Jade on Instagram. You can find her on TikTok. Very, very simple. Jade Garisch. That is it.
That's it.
And also on YouTube and to stream, of course, and to find the music on Spotify. That is it. So it is brilliant. So 3 songs that Jade mentioned to us. There was Pale Moon, Blood Moon, Persephone. Did I get it right?
Yes.
Okay. Now I'm going to ask you something. I'm going to put you on the spot.
Okay.
All right. I apologize in advance.
Okay.
That's
Rhoda
Dougal.
says she can
That's
sing.
Dougal. Oh my
Oh
word.
my goodness.
Oh, Jade.
Are you wanting to sing?
Jade.
She wants to. She's written a song.
Okay.
Is that
okay,
so?
please sing for
Is
me.
that-
Is
song?
that so, Dougal?
Yes.
see now this
Show her
one.
what you've written.
And this is how Dougal throws me under the bus.
But
Definitely not.
you don't want to. Yes.
No, I'm good.
I tried, Jade. I'm sorry. I tried. Me personally, oh boy.
I was going to ask
Are you
that,
going to sing for
Dougal.
us?
No, I can't. This is the thing. It's like allergic to notes.
Oh, please.
Yeah, no, I can't hold a note. Well, I think I. Well, the thing is, you don't know if you can or can't. But
I was going to say.
yeah, do you know what I mean? Like you think you can.
Yeah.
Like I think I can, and then no.
You could record yourself and then listen.
I did that. And sadly, the recorder. Joking. Want to
Please
check
sing
in?
it for me.
No, I can't sing. Sorry. No. What you do is not even singing. That's like angelic and wonderful.
That's beautiful.
Do you know what I mean? That's
beautiful.
like, wow. You want to listen to it and hear more, and it's lekker.
Thank you.
I don't know what. Yeah, foi toch. The two of us leave us where we are.
I was going to ask you something now, which is quite funny because obviously, I mean, you are talented beyond talented. I mean, like you said, it started when you were 5 years old already. Have you ever had the experience? And I mean, sometimes I watch these shows on television and poor families tell these kids, no, you can sing, wow, you've got this.
Yeah.
And they actually come to you. Have you had family or people come to you and say, oh, you must hear me sing, look how brilliant I am. And when they open their mouth, you yourself probably like, I think we need to have a conversation.
Yeah.
Experience that?
Yeah.
Because I've been watching these shows and I'm like, seriously, who
I
told
was
this
trying
kid?
to create that very moment now.
You were trying to create that moment. He was trying to create that moment. Do you experience that as an artist?
Like I've heard people sing and they.
Yeah, and they, you know what? You can hear their voice and.
Yeah, I've been in some singing groups, and people come audition, and then they sing a note, but it's just one note the entire time, and then I've had that, and so. Yeah.
I've got a story to share with you guys, which I will tell you in a moment. Remind me to do it. But let's check in with some on-air comments that we have. We're with us, Jade Garisch, for this broadcast of Mahala Monday. If you got a question, you got to put it in. If you got a comment, then let us have it as well. Get your comments through to us
Technical.
if you
I
can.
don't know
So
what's happening there.
yeah, but if they do pop them up, and of course, listen, what you got to do though is the one thing is you got to go check out Jade's website. You go to www.jadegarisch.com and you will find all the right now updated events and performances that is coming there. Trust me, it will all be updated.
It will be updated. Yeah.
So you will find that all there. And of course, you can find all the socials. We had those details on for you and we'll continue with them as well. And more importantly, also you get to check out the songs, which is really the thing you want. That is what you want to do. But just to your point, I was part of a huge production at like the biggest theater in the city. And basically I was hosting the show and it was really fantastic. So I was like, the host. And then they had this 7-piece band. They had all these amazing, just a fabulous cast, singers, huge musical. I would pop out every song, do a gag, do a joke, but I'll go off and, that sort of thing. And at the end, just after the curtain call for the encore, we had this big, big number that we were all going to do. And now you can just imagine, there's like 5-6 singers, me, everybody's got a mic, and we're all singing. And at one point, one of the rehearsals, I really got into it. And I was like singing that. And then the director at one point said like, something is not right. Who's singing like that? And everybody was like, oh, what are you talking about? And then they said, no, do it again. I want to hear that again. What is it? Because they're like not sure what the sound is. It was like alien or whatever. And I realized what was happening. And I immediately said, you know what? I was just messing. To make everybody happy, just mute my mic. So I came out that night on this live production, standing ovation, mind you, at the end of that. Happened at Artscape, not a word of a lie.
Oh
muted.
my goodness.
And I sang my heart out, baby.
Oh.
Sweet man.
And nobody will ever know. Yeah. Definitely not the kind of thing that... Jade Garisch, I'm glued to my screen. I've been looking so forward to this interview. Fantastic.
I was going to say, somebody's actually on your account there.
Yeah, there's a couple. Hubert says, hi guys. How's it, Hubert? Jade, how would you compare the level of support and opportunities available for local artists here in South Africa versus the ones that you've seen in the States? And also to Hubert's question, thank you for that question, Hubert. At the time that you were at the States, were you performing there as well?
I was performing. I was more involved in the theatre scene, and then I also did perform with a band sometimes. But it was, I wouldn't say I was taking it my actual self as an artist. I wasn't taking as seriously. I was more into theatre. So obviously, there's a lot. In the States, there's so many shows, there's so many productions, there's so many places, and there's also so many people doing that stuff, and it's so competitive. It is like that here, but just everything's on a smaller scale. I feel like there's less people being artists, and there are less opportunities.
Sure.
But the States, you have to realize everyone from all over the world goes there, to try be an artist.
The back end of Hubert's question is, what is there that can be done here to secure artists more exposure, more support?
Go to their shows, and I think we tend to kind of idolize these overseas artists where our artists are so good.
Oh wow.
We have such talent here in Cape Town. I'm always amazed, just going to local open mics and what I hear and see. So I think there's a lot of, people only support you once you make it big, and having those people who do support you before you've kind of made it because they love your music. I always say those people have really good taste because they don't wait for everyone else to be like, okay, this is good. They say, oh, and they know their taste. They say, oh, this is something I like. It doesn't matter that not everyone knows about it, or so I think really, really supporting local artists will provide more opportunities, because if I'm performing at a venue and the venue sees, okay, Jade, a local artist, is selling out this venue, they're going to say, oh, we need to bring in more local artists because people love that.
Yeah.
That makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, and yeah, I think
Is that
that's
one
the
of the
best.
things you would like to see happen?
Yes.
Yeah?
Yes. Yeah. It's very. I think a lot of the artists here are independent because we have labels, but then sometimes the labels don't offer as much support. And I prefer being independent. I would stay independent even if I was offered something,
Yeah.
because something brilliant. Because I always want to do stuff on my own terms, and I don't ever want my creativity to be too stifled. But I think that is, support is the number one thing artists need. It'll create more opportunities. If you support a business can thrive. And this is art, but it's also, we need people to support us to create more opportunities.
We got another question
Hey,
in here from
Mark.
Mark. Thanks for this, Mark. Mark Saul says, Jade, what are your thoughts on artists like Tyler, for example, reaching the level of success as a South African artist?
Yeah.
What hope does that give you for your future as an artist? And let's pluralize that. Great performances by Tyler, making a kind of name for herself internationally, and now she's like one of the hottest names of music on the planet. Does that inspire a whole generation of
I
artists?
think it does, because when I was growing up, I'd never seen these South African women making it so far, and now to see that and just to know it's possible it's amazing. And I think it's actually probably opened the door for a lot of our artists. When you can see something happening, it makes it so much more attainable.
Sure.
So
It does.
thank you, Tyler.
And there it is. So that's the landing page on your website.
That is, yeah.
There we go. So you gotta go check it out. You gotta go find it out. Jade Garisch. That is where you go. But we've reached the end of our show for this evening. But before we let you go, Jade, any final thoughts?
Just thank you so much for being here. It's amazing talking to you. The show is so lovely, and you bring such a lovely energy, and I'm just really grateful to be able to talk about myself for so long. So thank you.
It is our pleasure, and long continue, and long may you continue doing what you do, feeding everybody's souls, providing us with joy and excitement. Long may this continue, Jade, and thank you for sharing your gift.
Thank you.
With all of us. That's really brilliant.
Your art, your gift.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Jade Garisch, everybody here on Mahala Monday. So once again, thank you to Jade for being here. And what you got to go do is definitely go check out her website. Of course, you'll find all the latest events where you can see Jade performing. And more importantly, where you can check out the songs. We, of course, played you a little bit of Persephone during the course of the show, but go check out some of this year's releases, which was Blood Moon and Pale Moon. Yes.
Yeah.
And of course, there are much more coming. So that is definitely a name that you've got to remember, and that is Jade Garisch. Don't forget, you saw her right here on Mahala Monday.
That's right.
Which is absolutely brilliant. And what I liked about what Jade said is because the local music industry and the local music scene, when I say local music, I'm talking about South Africa domestically, is booming. And it's been booming for years, for decades, since the beginning of time. The only people that can entertain us the best is us.
It's us. Yeah.
That this is a very, and it's an endearing, and it's wonderful to hear an artist saying that, you know what, just go and support. It means a lot to the artist. But look, it will mean a lot more to you as well. It is really a two-way street as far as this goes. So definitely do it. And it's wonderful hearing that kind of thing.
It is definitely. So, guys, please support our artists out there. It is the biggest gift you could ever give them. So please support. Yeah,
that is brilliant. And then one more favor I've got to ask, please subscribe. In case you haven't done so yet and you've reached this point, you missed out on so much because you are unsubscribed. Just subscribe, Papa. Subscribe right now. Tonight, talk in your sleep. Say, subscribe to Mahala Monday. Say it 3 times. Say it 3 times. And tomorrow morning, you wake up, subscribe to Mahala Monday. Simple as that. That is what you got to do. Thank you very much for the wonderful comments, of course, and questions that came through. Really amazing. Thanks. Appreciate it. But keep that conversation going in the comments section, of course. We always get back to those comments, but keep them going. And more importantly, go check out as well Jade's website, JadeGarisch.com. That is what you got to do. And thank you very much for watching. And thank you to Jade for being part of this wonderful show. And we look forward to having her back in the near future, which I'm sure will happen as well. That's it from us here on Mahala Monday. We will see you in the next broadcast. Look after yourselves and everybody around you. Until then, from Rhoda and myself, cheers everybody. Bye-bye.